This is your Swing Alpha Trade Report for August 17th, 2017 First the markets. Before we go any further, I want to point out that this wick right here appears to be a data error within the market. I'm seeing multiple platforms that are showing this blip occurring right after market close, possibly a flash crash, or maybe someone got a really bad fill down here. But going through the markets today, we had another big sell-off. The market closed around 243.2, around that area. We expected to see price go down to this level, 243.3. We put out a video on, I believe it's the 11th, where I was expecting it to come here. I was a bit surprised that it just bounced up a little early. So this is definitely an area I would expect to see a bounce occur. However, we did not yet have a bounce. So I would not enter any longs yet. But if we do see a bounce here, this is definitely an expected area for it to happen. Next, we have emerging markets, EEM. So emerging markets have been in a upward channel for almost a year now. However, it's reaching up at the top of resistance here. This is resistance that if you go back many years, way back to 2007, you could still see some of this resistance line here getting hit multiple times. So I would not expect the price to go above this level without at least a very large consolidation of maybe 1, 2, 3 months. We could also expect to see a retest of support here around 42, followed by a bounce. So I would not want to be long emerging markets right now. Next, we have the energy market, the energy sector. We put out a video about 2 days ago saying we had a potential double bottom candidate. We had a bounce here in July, and we had a potential bounce here in August. However, yesterday price fell through, and we had continuation today. So this is definitely not a bottom after all. We had no long position in energy. We're just waiting for a confirmation signal, which we never got. So I would not be surprised if energy continued down for several more months. We could even see a low within a year or so back at 52, maybe even lower than that, possibly even 50 here. They get that double bounce in before we finally get a continuation back up for energy. So energy right now is still bearish. Yesterday, we stopped out of one trade, RevG. We put out a video, I believe it was yesterday morning. RevG was not looking very good, and we ended up stopping out on this candle here. We said we'd probably stop out, but we were just going to hold just in case. So we lost 5.6% on RevG. Can't win them all. RevG still does look like a good stock for going long. However, we're going to wait until we see strength re-enter RevG. We had originally entered the trade on this candle right here, was the 14th, on the basis that we had this pretty bullish looking hammer candle here that just did not follow through. So yes, if RevG does start showing some strength, we might re-enter RevG in maybe a month, maybe 2 months. We also stopped out of one trade today. Despite that very large sell-off candle, only one stock really lost some money, and that would be CZR. So we got into CZR on this green candle here, which was the 13th, towards the middle of the day. And initially it started looking good. However, we got a quick sell-off and it just never recovered. So today we stopped out towards the bottom, towards close today. I believe it was about 25 minutes before close we stopped out. This is a good area to expect a bounce in CZR, however. So if we do see a bounce and we do see some strength re-enter CZR, we may get right back into the stock even tomorrow if it's showing very exceptional strength. So we're just going to wait and watch on CZR and see what happens. It would not be a revenge trade. We're just going to wait and see what happens. If we get strength, we go in. If it just continues to sell off, we just stay out. So, forgot to mention, we took a 5.5% loss in CZR, so it's still a relatively small loss. So that concludes the trade report for August 17th, 2017.